Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this beautiful blue-green orb. Greetings. My name is Steve Motley, and I am speaking to you from Meridian, Idaho, early Thursday morning, the 5th day of November in the year of our Lord 2020. And friends, I know there are a lot of you out there this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. But I know there's many of you out there that are discouraged, you're disappointed, you're depressed, you're not feeling well, you're not sleeping well, you're not eating well. But rejoice, my friends, because all is well. The Democrats have fallen right into one of the largest traps in political history, and I'm so thankful that I have the knowledge about this and that I can share it with you today. This is not going to be a lengthy video because I know everybody's just in a kind of a different place right now. Many of you just want to be left alone. You just want to be left with your thoughts. You want to be quiet. You don't want to talk to anybody. You just want to pray and think about what's going on this planet. Well, friends, I'm here to tell you it is a day to rejoice because the great news is President Trump will be our next president for the next 4 years. There is a bit of sad news because the Democrats retained the Congress and they will continue to resist. They will continue to destroy our president, but there's going to be one difference. Many of those demon bastards will be arrested. They will be convicted for treason. And I'll tell you, it's going to be a no holds barred. As soon as President Donald J. Trump is announced that he will be the president for the next 4 years, you're going to see fireworks like you've never seen before. Friends, will you humor me and let me put my glasses on? These lights are extremely bright and my eyes are a little sensitive tonight. I've had 3 laser surgeries on my eyes back when I used to be a type 2 diabetic, and I had all kind of diabetic retina myopathy and all kinds of craziness. But I've since regained my health. I've had a miraculous experience. I'm a total vegetarian. I do not take any medicines whatsoever, to include insulin and diabetic drugs. I am no longer a diabetic according to the blood test, and I control diabetes with my diet and with exercise. I'm back to walking. I'm starting to work out again, and life is good. I'm 64 going on 20, and I hope whatever age you are, whoever you are watching this video from here in the States or afar, God bless you. I hope you're doing well. I pray for you. You don't know this, but I pray for you and your success every day. I don't know you all by name. I hope one day to meet you, but I do pray for you, and I hope you do. I know many of you pray for me because the reason I'm in such great physical condition today and I'm disease-free is because of the prayers of the wonderful, mighty people that are out there. You know, I consider all of you viewers, whoever you are, wherever you are, however long you've been watching, if you're taking time out of your busy schedule to press that play button and watch and listen to what retiredmarinesoundsoff.com Steve Motley has to say, you're a good soul. I've learned who you are over the last 3.5 years. I've created a profile in my mind of just who the average listener and viewer of my videos are. You know, that's not really fair because there are no average viewers on my channel. You guys are the cream de la cream. You're a cut above. You're the best of the best that humanity has to offer, and I appreciate you. And I can tell you that the law of attraction is fully engaged. I do not attract into my world any longer the negativity of the world. Oh, I get trolls from time to time. They won't ever let up, but they don't bother me like they used to because I'm more powerful than them. My energy level is high. Yours must be high too if you're watching this video, and if you resonate with the things I have to say, then that means you and I are on the same sheet of music. our energy's high, because life is all about energy, friends. Every single one of you out there watching this video, you are vibrating at a certain frequency. And I can tell you, I've learned over the years that if you want to increase your vibrational frequency, there's several things you have to do. I would say reading is critical. You need to read. I'm a voracious reader. I read numerous books every single week, and God has blessed me with the ability to retain most of what I read. I have good comprehension levels, and I hope you do too. One of the other things that you must learn to do is pray. You must learn to cut through all the BS and the minutia and pray directly to God, the creator source of all things. Now, is there a hierarchy between you and the Almighty? There are beings that intercede on your behalf, but you do not have to have a mediator. I know many of you go to church every Sunday and you put money in a plate and you pay homage to your pastor, your rabbi, your bishop, whoever the clergy person is that stands between you and God. You need to move them out of the way, because you are a child of God. You don't need anybody to mediate for you other than Jesus Christ. You can pray to God in the name of Jesus Christ, and your prayers will be answered. They may not be answered exactly as you want them to be, but God always answers your prayers, our prayers. And I have learned through the years that if you learn to read, study, pray, be kind to others. I live by the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Can you imagine what a wonderful world it would be if we all lived by that simple premise? To treat everybody that we come in contact with the way we want to be treated. Oh, that's such a novel idea. It's a tough road to hoe. It's not easy to love thy neighbor as thyself, but God gives us no commandments that he doesn't pave a way for us to accomplish those things. But I think we would also be wise to learn not to judge others. But you know, there's a saying that says in the Bible, "Judge not that ye be not judged, saith the Lord. For with which judgment ye judge, ye too shall be judged." But there's also a scripture in the Bible that may sound a bit contradictory that says, "Judge not unrighteous judgment." So if there's a such thing as unrighteous judgment, then I guess that's okay. Well, I judge the demons. I judge those that don't treat myself, my family, and all of you, my friends, fairly. I am the enemy of demons. I'm the enemy of any being that would try to deceive, that would try to destroy all the good things of earth life. Friends, this is an absolutely wonderful planet to be on. We are an experiment in the universe. We have the ability as human beings in these particular incarnations, we have the ability to create. We are one of the few entities in this particular solar system, especially, that have that unique ability. So all eyes are on us to see how we, as third dimensional humans with the ability to create our own worlds, many are watching to see how we're going to turn out. Well, the problem is this earth life was not designed to be this hard. Yes, there needs to be opposition in all things so that we can be tested and tried to see if we will prove ourselves worthy of the responsibilities that we are given. But at the same time, we have been infiltrated. Planet Earth has been infiltrated by evil, demonic, Luciferian powers that are trying continually to usurp more and more power in their quest to rule the entire globe. Well, there's a group of us resistance fighters. We're called Americans. We're called patriots. Now, to be a patriot, you do not have to be an American. I have Patriot friends in Australia, in New Zealand, in the UK, France, Germany, Belgium, Holland. You know who you are. Italy, Moscow, South Africa. I have wonderful viewers of my videos from all those countries I just mentioned. Now, I am being currently censored as never before. On my main YouTube channel, retiredmarinesoundsoff.com, I am not currently allowed to upload any videos because of community violations, community strikes. I was just given my last strike on Friday, and not Friday, on Monday. Monday, I was able to, the day before the election, I was able to upload a video, and then YouTube came back and gave me a strike, and they said that's my last warning. They said I cannot upload videos for the next 10 days, and that if I break the violations again, my entire YouTube channel will be removed. Friends, that just makes me sick to my stomach, because I've got 3.5 years. I've done thousands, literally thousands of videos in an attempt to educate and inform all my friends that come to my channel. And to think that that thing could be gone in the blink of an eye, like has happened with so many others before. But I guess I'm just a little ill-prepared to make a switch. Now, I do have Brighteon. That is a channel that was, it's a YouTube-like platform created by Mike Adams, the Health Ranger, one of my favorite people on the planet. And I have a site, I have a channel where I'm currently copying all the videos from my YouTube over to Brighteon, but I can't yet figure out how to upload a video straight from the camera like this one I'm shooting now. But as soon as I shoot this, I upload it to YouTube, and then once it hits YouTube, I upload it to Brighteon to save all my videos that I can prior to being, completely deplatformed. I was demonetized about 2 years ago. I used to make upwards of $500 a month from YouTube, from people watching my videos, because of those silly little commercials. But they demonetized me a couple years ago, and I told them, hey, no problem, keep my money, just please let me maintain my platform. And that would be my request to this day. I would ask my friends over at Google and YouTube to not terminate me completely, but let me stay in prison for a while, but come back. Now, I'm posting this particular video on my alternative YouTube channel, which is called, I've redirected it now. I guess you can go to marinesoundsoff.com, but previously it was known as motleycrewfaststart.com, because I created this alternative channel to promote my entrepreneurial endeavors like MyDailyChoice, HempWorx. Little did I know that I would have to resort to using this alternative channel just to try to get the word out and to make videos for my former viewers at retiredmarinesoundsoff.com. But I've maintained that domain name and redirect, because that's still my main site, and that's where I hope to return to in the near future. And if I do, I don't know how to do that. Never mind. I'm just going to keep doing what I can do to get the word out, friends. But, one of the reasons I feel like you all need to rejoice today, I think sometimes we just need to take a step back and look at the basics. Coach Vince Lombardi, the great coach of the Green Bay Packers, every year at the beginning of the football season, Coach Lombardi would call his team together, and he'd have them sitting out in the classroom, and he'd walk up in front, and he'd reach and grab a football, and he'd hold it up for the team to see, and he would say, "Gentlemen, this is a football." And then they all knew it was a football, but he wanted them to know that that football was the reason they played the game. And the goal of that team was to move that football up and down the field and to score as many touchdowns as possible, but at the same time prohibit the enemy or the other team from scoring touchdowns. Now, I used Vince Lombardi for a reason because Bart Starr was a second, or I think he was a second cousin of mine. My mother was a Starr, Lottie Bell Starr, Starr. And so I grew up as a kid being told that Bart Starr was a cousin of mine and that I should be a Green Bay Packer fan. Well, I was a Packer fan initially. Then I switched to the Detroit Lions, one of their arch rivals, and I've always been a Central Division fan. I love all those teams. You know, the Vikings, the Packers, the Lions, and the Chicago Bears. The Bears. But anyway, I miss football. I love football. And I'm just saddened that the Demons took that away as well by Colin Kaepernick. He created colon cancer throughout the NFL. It's just a tragedy, the depths to which that once great organization has fallen. But friends, today I rejoice in my good health, and I hope you can say the same, because your first wealth is health. When you lose your health, I know there's many of you out there right now in declining health. Maybe you're suffering from some situation, and I'm praying for you, friends. I'm calling on the angels of heaven to come down and attend to you, because I'm telling you what, I've seen an angel. I had an angel appear to me in the VA hospital in April 2015, and I won't deny it. I'm telling you, I know what I saw. I know who I talked to, and if you'd have seen the situation I was in at the time, there's some of you watching this video that know just how bad off I was. I came close over the next year and a half to dying, to passing over to the fourth dimension on seven different occasions. But I chose to remain here instead. Oh, friends, I'm telling you, if you don't believe that you'll be given opportunities to stay or go, some of you have already been through that. You know what I'm talking about. Others of you can't believe it. You can't fathom it because you've never done it. It's just like you'll never understand a United States Marine until you've been one. We are a rare breed. And a lot of people don't understand us, the way we think, the way we act, but it's ingrained into our being. There's a certain thing about Marine Corps training that it just gets into your system and you never forget it. But life is like that. I know many of you have experienced things that you know for a fact you cannot really explain to other people. It's something jumping out of an airplane. How do you really explain jumping out of an airplane until you've done it yourself? You know what I mean. Scuba diving. You know, I got a brother-in-law, Mitch. He's a master diver. He took a liking to it. He's never been in the military, but I bet you he can dive with the best of you out there. It's just something he got passionate about early in his life, and he's pursued it. He's now close to 60, and he's still diving. Shit, I'm going to take 100 years to reach 50. I'm not going to be an old man. I refuse to grow old in that way. I was telling a friend the other day, when I'm 90 years old, I hope I'm driving a Shelby Mustang. I've always wanted a Shelby. And, you know, inshallah, praise God, I will have one before I leave this existence. Because I was phasing out, friends. When I went through that year and a half medical ordeal, it left me a broken man. I was in a wheelchair for 6 months. I was on non-weight bearing for 6 months. I have gained more appreciation for people in wheelchairs. Sometimes it takes that. Oh, I'm very quick to push somebody around in a wheelchair or ask them if they need help. Going through that year and a half ordeal that I did and coming close to death on those 7 different occasions, it changed me. You might say it was a refiner's fire. Maybe when you take a piece of coal and you apply intense pressure, you get a diamond. Did you know that? You know diamonds are formed by adding massive heat and pressure to pieces of coal, right? Well, you may be a piece of coal. I was, but I'm not now because I've been to hell and back. I know what it's like to go through the valley of the shadow of death. But I chose life, and I'm choosing life now. And that's why you all, I hope you chose Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump equals life. He equals fun, excitement, a bright future. Creepy Joe Biden equals death, destruction, communism, takeover of America, doing away with your traditions, with your cultures. Look, it's a plot. There is a current ongoing coup. We are all witnessing an active coup by who? The Democrats, the deep state globalists, the fake news media, big tech, and the leaders of the charge are currently Fox News and Twitter. But you know, number 17 warned us. Number 17 told us that we know their playbook. Number 17 told us that God would not carry us this far to abandon us. Our future is very bright, friends. And you know, President Trump is going to be much, much more powerful during the next 4 years as he was the first. Because the corruption is getting ready to be exposed. President Trump won the election on Tuesday in a landslide. You'll see soon. You'll see that freedom will reign. There will be a bright future because there was a trap set. There's a sting operation ongoing. And the demon rats, the Democrats, fell right into it. Do you know that damn creepy Joe Biden activated his transition team today? Oh yeah, they are hell-bent. They believe in their own demented, delusional world that he's going to be the president. I assure you with every fiber of my being that Donald J. Trump will reign supreme and he will be our president for the next 4 years. You hear me? Now, number 17 told us repeatedly over the last 3 years to watch the waters. Many of us speculated, we thought we understood what it meant, but finally on election day, we know. Now, friends, you're not going to hear this on the mainstream media. I would imagine you're not going to hear much about this in the alternative media because there are some people that understand number 17 a hell of a lot better than others. Some of you love alphabet number 17. Some of you've come to appreciate the depth, the fact that it's a back channel communication medium. Oh, the United States House of Representatives can come out with House Resolution 1155 and declare number 17, they can declare it a conspiracy theory that's hateful and destructive. But many of us know the truth. Now, watch the waters was referring to the watermark. It's the watermark on all of the official election ballots. Now, imagine this. Every official election ballot has a watermark. And the original ballots are also registered and entered in on the QFS blockchain to prevent fraud. A blockchain that cannot be hacked by the demons, okay? And what if President Trump, in his infinite wisdom, decided that there were going to be 12 states out of the 50 that were going to be specifically targeted with these every official election ballot had a watermark on it. But it also was entered into the QFS blockchain to prevent the fraud, the massive fraud that we're all witnessing right now, led by none other than Fox News. Before I give you the rest of the truth regarding this, let me just tell you, the demons designated 7 fake news agencies to carry the election. But it was unanimously decided among those 7 that this time Fox News would take lead. Because let me ask you, of all the 7 news agencies to include Fox News, I would venture to bet that you, my fellow patriot watching this video, you probably watched the election returns on Fox News. And you may have been, a little taken back when you saw who the panel was. Now, every member of that panel, Brett Baer, Chris Wallace, Donna Brazil, who does not belong anywhere, regardless of where it is, Juan Williams. I mean, have you ever seen such a freakazoid as Juan Williams? And then you had Brett Baer, and then you had that Hammer, what's his name? The one that gets up on the maps on Fox and does all that BS about the numbers. Well, friends, I'm telling you, Fox News has gone to hell in a handbasket. See, Fox News is owned by Rupert Murdoch. And Roger Ailes was the president of Fox News for a long time. And Murdoch, even though he's a leftist demon, he kind of let Roger Ailes run it the way he wanted to. Well, when Roger was fired for no good reason, and the 2 sons of Rupert Murdoch became in charge, well, they both hate Trump. They're never Trumpers. One of the first things they did was get rid of one of the biggest Trump fans at Fox, Bill O'Reilly. Remember when Bill O'Reilly was canned? Okay? There's only a handful of people at Fox that I trust. Laura Ingraham, of course, Tucker Carlson, and Sean Hannity. But Sean would be at the bottom of the pack. In my opinion, it's Tucker, Laura, and Sean. Sean's protecting his job. He'll only go so far, whereas Tucker and Laura, they push the envelope and really do a bang-up job to try to get the real truth out there to you. But when I saw who the panel was on the election returns on Fox, I said, that's it. They're going to lead the charge. And sure enough, they were the first to call Arizona for Biden. Friends, all of those people at Fox are full of shit, except for the 3 I mentioned. They are just as... They've lost massive credibility. But as far as the other fake news, MSNBC, ABC, CNN, oh, that bitch Dana Bash at CNN, I just can't stand her. And what about that freaking Keith Olbermann? Keith, my buddy, if a civil war starts, you better take cover, because there's a lot of patriots that want to see your ass go down in flames. You are a demon, a Luciferian pedophile from word go. Everybody knows it, and there's no way that you can be, Satan incarnate and not be on somebody's list of people that need to be, put in their place for all the nasty things you've said about our president and we the people who follow him. Your days are numbered, freakazoid, because people are just not going to put up. I mean, your days are numbered coming on the air and spouting the poison that you like to do, you know what I'm saying? But, I saw this coming. I've been telling y'all about how the Democrats were going to run this election for many, many months now. I've been preparing you. That those bitches that make up the squad, they all won again. But there was massive fraud that took place in the House. See, President Trump and the Trump team witnessed the massive election fraud in 2018. We know that's how they took the House. But we know there was massive cheating again, and there will be a reckoning this time, friends. The major fake news media, they were probably the biggest losers of Election Day because they kept saying there was going to be a Biden blue wave landslide. And there was nothing of the such. The Democrats lost a lot of their House seats to up-and-coming Republicans. But I think when the smoke of battle is cleared, all four of those women, the squad that make up the squad, they've got so much garbage in their background that I think every one of them can be taken down one by one. But let me tell you about these 12 states that were earmarked to receive the official ballots with the watermark, okay, and the addition to the QFS blockchain. Alabama, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Colorado, Texas, Washington, Tennessee, Delaware, Illinois, Kentucky, and lastly, my home state of Virginia, which has a blackface, baby-killing, gun-confiscating governor who needs to be removed. Friends, I don't know if you've heard yet, but I've decided to run for governor of Idaho in 2022. I know damn well I can serve just as good as any of those governors anywhere in the 50 states, but we have one currently here in Idaho by the name of Brad Little. He's a traitor to the Idaho people. He was a wolf in sheep's clothing. He said one thing but did another. And the good people of Idaho, who 98+% voted for Trump, Idaho may be the reddest state in the country. And for years now, I've been inviting all my friends that watch these videos who live in blue cities and states to pack up your trash and move here to paradise. You know, Idaho is one of the last bastions of freedom and decency on the planet. We are good people here. We are surrounded by good people. This is America 50 years ago, and we are not going to let the demons from California, wherever they're from, to come in here and turn our red state blue. We have one of the most liberal mayors in Boise ever. And shortly after she was inaugurated, she came out and said that her goal was to turn Boise, Idaho into a wonderful city like Portland and Seattle. I don't think so, not on my freaking watch. So I've decided that I'm probably one of the most conservative, patriotic, red, white, and blue bleeding people on the planet. I don't believe in the Republican Party. I don't believe in the Democratic Party or the Libertarian Party. I believe in one party and one party only, and that's the United States of America Party, the American Party. I pray that President Trump, after he removes the U.S. from the UN, kicks the freaking UN out of the U.S., that is absolutely imperative. That has to happen. President Trump removed us from the World Health Organization. Now we got to get out of the World Trade Organization and the entire United Nations. They've never done a damn thing good for the American people. They are massively into human trafficking, drug running, money laundering. You name it, the UN is into it. They are evil incarnate, and we need to get out of them, and we need to get them out of here, okay? But I feel like if I can win the position of governor for Idaho, I can continue to hold off the hordes of demons that would love to infiltrate all of our areas of government. I'll make damn sure that I stay strong. I'll keep Idaho strong as a red state. That's probably going to be my platform. Don't let our wonderful red state of Idaho go blue. and Governor Motley will stand up and fight on your behalf like no other. And I'll make sure we get a damn good conservative mayor. Now, the damn mayor position in Idaho is for 6 years. So we've currently got a recall to recall this demonic, leftist, freakazoid Boise mayor. And I believe after the first of the year, the Democrats have somehow put this thing in adjudication until after the first of the year. But I think that we will, in fact, be able to replace her. But most importantly, we got to replace that governor. And I challenge anybody out there that tells me they got any better credentials or qualifications to serve as governor of Idaho than I do. So to hell with all of you. I don't care what you say. I'm going to defy the odds. I've already been meeting with some major players in the Boise, Treasure Valley area who are giving me their full endorsement. Now, I'm not openly declaring this to the world. I'm just telling you, my friends here on YouTube. I'm not taking donations. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm not going to violate any of the rules and regulations so that the demons have anything whatsoever to challenge me on. But again, friends, before I move on, let me just tell you that you all know that in the day of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. And nobody has witnessed that more so than I have, having been so censored and banned on social media. And you damn right, I'm going to make that an issue when I run for governor as well, because censorship is one of the worst crimes that could possibly be perpetrated against humanity, and I will not stand for it. And I will be part of the coalition of government officials, to include governors, who have a say in how this country runs, not just the individual states. And so that's another reason I've decided governor is the right position for me, because I'll have enough power to get some things done. Okay? But I think all of us need to take a time out and do some mighty praying and just rejoice for your good health. Rejoice that you have a home to live in, that you've got a roof over your head and a warm bed to sleep in. Rejoice that you can take a shower and that you got fresh running water. When was the last time you thanked God for your car or your truck or your transportation? When was the last time you thanked God for the money that you've got in the bank and that you receive hopefully on a regular basis? Speaking of which, Thursday has become one of my favorite days because I've been paid every single Thursday since January 2019 because of my participation in an absolutely wonderful home-based business called MyDailyChoice HempWorx. Friends, if you're not familiar with that company, if you're new to this video, you've never heard me talk about it, it was one of the wisest financial decisions I ever made. I'm not going to get into it. The links are down below in the description tag. But if you're a smart human being and you're looking for a plan B, you're looking for a way to generate some extra cash, then by all means, check out my links below. But I hope you're thankful today and grateful for your family and your friends. I'm thankful for all of you, every one of you. I've never met most of you. I have met a lot of you. I hope to meet all of you before I take my last big gulp. But I rejoice in knowing you. I rejoice in knowing that you're a member of my team, that you've elected to join this channel, to listen to what I have to say, because I'm not going to lead you astray. I have no reason. At 64 years old, the father of 5 wonderful children and 9 grandchildren, with number 10 on the way. I was just informed that my oldest daughter, Jessica, they are expecting number 3. They've got 2 beautiful little girls. I'm hoping for a little boy, but if it's another girl, no problem. I raised 4 daughters and 1 son, and I wouldn't take anything from my daughters. They're the best of the best, and they know how I feel about them. My son knows how. If I die tonight in my sleep, my children will always know that their dad loved them, and he would do anything to help them. and I have, and I continue to whenever it's possible. And I know most of you parents out there and grandparents and great-grandparents, I know you feel the same way. But not only am I thankful for my family and friends, I'm thankful for all the patriots worldwide. I'm thankful for President Trump and Melania and Barron and his entire family. I'm thankful that God chose these people to save our nation from communist takeover and from the Luciferian pedophiles. Friends, the reason alphabet number 17 has been so abused and maligned is because we're hot on the trail of saving the children. More and more children are being saved from the demons on a regular basis. You're not hearing anything about it because the mainstream fake media won't touch it, because many of those demons are part of the problem. They're not the solution. Why do you think people are boarding up their stores in the blue cities? It's because they know Antifa and BLM have promised that they will take to the streets to loot, pillage, burn, and kill. But if they do, if they decide to do that, they are going to be met with a force the likes of which they've never seen before. Now, they may want to go to D.C. like they did last night and cut people. That's what they did. There were members of the Proud Boys, most of which were black, by the way, that got into a scuffle with Antifa. And Antifa is about 75% white, punk-ass white freakzoids. Well, I can't wait. If it starts, it's going to be interesting, okay? But the fake news media has lost all credibility. Their polls were so far off, it's not even funny. It's absolutely obvious that voter suppression took place all over the country, but started with the fake news media, like Don Lemon, that dumbass. And it all started with the COVID-19, the lockdown, the mask, destroying the economy. It was all a plot, friends. If you currently are wearing a mask, you're dumber than shit. And you deserve everything you get. If you're driving around in your car with a mask on, you're an absolute idiot. If you're riding your bicycle outside or walking the baby in a stroller and you've got mask on your children, you're an absolute idiot. You deserve the lung cancer that you will most likely get with continued use of those masks. They're absolutely 100% ineffective. They are nothing more than face diapers, and you are continually polluting your body by wearing those stupid things. Now, during the second term of President Trump, the Democrats will grow worse. They will fight our president again. But again, the difference is going to be we have taken the gloves off along with our president, and we're going to fight fire with fire. We've been way too polite. We've been too nice to these demonic, nasty bastards, and now we're going to show them what it's like not to turn the other cheek, but to smack their ass square in the jaw and knock them out. We have seen sedition. We are witnessing insurrection. We are witnessing a constitutional crisis, skullduggery. Every evil you can conjure up, every word that you can think of, that is what the Democratic Party is all about. We need to completely annihilate the Democratic Party. There is no place for these demons here on the same planet with us. But again, there were a few of us out here that saw this coming. We tried to tell you, we tried to warn you. You take Drudge Report. I'm not sure exactly what happened to Matt Drudge. He's either being massively blackmailed, his family threatened, whatever. But when you pull up Drudge Report and the first thing you see is that Joe Biden gets the most presidential of votes in history. That is such BS. It's almost unbelievable that they would even post such an article. The blue wave fizzled, friends. There was never a blue wave. This is total fabrication BS. They have thrown the Democrats, the globalists, the Illuminati, they have thrown everything they've got at our president, but they have failed. And President Trump received over 2 million more popular votes than Hillary did in 2016. You know how that bitch Hillary kept complaining that she had more popular votes and that she was going to lead the charge to get rid of the Electoral College? Well, screw you, Hillary, and screw you too, Joe Creepy Biden. And Joe Biden did not. This is the biggest vote fraud on behalf of the Democrats you've ever seen. But by virtue of those 12 states receiving the official ballots with the watermark and also having been registered on that QFS blockchain, we are going to prove, President Trump and his team of lawyers are going to prove unequivocally and beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Democrats once again cheated their ass off. You know, we knew the playbook. I told you, 17 told us that. No way that the government, the real government, not the shadow government, not the Obama, John Brennan government. Friends, you're going to see some massive arrests coming. You know, talk is cheap. We've been talking about it a long time, but it's now happening. We are going to retain Thanksgiving and Christmas. Screw social distancing. Screw these freaking mouth diapers, these face diapers that are causing all kinds of breakouts on people's faces, all kinds of respiratory problems. The hell with those things. We're done with it. And Brad Little, I'm personally coming after your governor position of Idaho. You don't deserve to be the governor of Idaho, but I sure as hell do. I've paid my dues, and I believe that there's enough patriotic, red-blooded Americans that will cast their vote for Steve Motley in 2022. So I'm just kind of cracking the door open a little bit. I want to get the word out to my closest friends of my intentions. And I do hope that when I do set up my website, if you'll throw me $1 or $2 here and there, it may really help me get things off the ground. And I don't think we need to wait too much longer. I think the 2022 election, the campaigning should start sooner than later so we can get a jump on those demons before they can weasel their way in and put somebody in there to contend with the most qualified, deplorable, and chump that I know, and that's me. So anyway, friends, God bless America. God bless every one of you. I tried not to make this video too long. Now go watch V for Vendetta, and don't you fret about watching these election returns. God wins. President Trump will be our next president because we know everything they say and do. We can hear them breathe, and we anticipated every move, and that gentle genius, Donald J. Trump, headed them off at the pass. So when you hear the results of our official balloting compared to the fake ballots in those 12 states that I mentioned, I think it's worthy of mentioning again. Virginia, Kentucky, Illinois, Washington State, Delaware, Tennessee, Colorado, Texas, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Alabama. Trump will win. This may run out as far as the election, 79 days there are between the election and the inauguration. So we're doing a countdown. We got 77 days to go. And you're going to make a difference. If you've ever wanted to start that YouTube channel, get on Twitter, get on Parler, PARLER.com, do it. And follow me at Steve Motley, STEVEMOTLEY, at Steve Motley, both on Twitter and Parler. And Facebook is Steve Motley /888. That is the Chinese lucky number. Oh yeah, look it up. But anyway, friends, God bless you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for the president and all the leaders of the country. And I hope you'll do the same. Pray mightily as never before. And we will come out victorious. And the best is yet to come. And when those 5,000 patents start rolling out in 2021 under the presidency of Donald J. Trump, you'll be very glad that you hung in there and continued to keep the faith. Remember, faith precedes a miracle. Faith without works is dead. Now you've cast your vote. Now continue to support the president and educate your fellow man. There's no greater service that we can render than that of educating confused, brainwashed people on the truth. We've all seen massive numbers of Democrats walk off the plantation, but our work is just beginning. So also remember, here'syourredpill.com. Go there. Check it out. Friends, I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you for hanging in there with me on this video. I hope to get my main channel back in the very near future. But in the meantime, would you please share my new channel, MarineSoundsOff.com. My main channel is RetiredMarineSoundsOff.com, but the alternative site that I hope many of you will find, I hope more and more of my regular viewers will find this site, MarineSoundsOff.com. All right, friends, have a wonderful Thursday. Be safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Don't let those dumbasses get you caught up in the knockout game. Know your surroundings at all time, especially if you're in an area that has any number of BLM or Antifa in their midst. Soon we will remove them from our streets, but for now, just be vigilant and be well armed. Remember what I said. Your Second Amendment. It's a wonderful right that you have. Don't let us lose it. Stay strong, friends. God bless America. Talk to you soon. Bye now.